The NFT economy is exploding once again. This looks to be one of the biggest trends and narratives in cryptocurrency. But beyond the fungible tokens that we may invest in, buy, hold, and hope that they pump, we also have the non-fungible tokens, these digital collectibles that have whole communities built around them with unique propositions and use cases that are only just being explored. So a very unique NFT collection is the Bored Ape Yacht Club. Previously, I was a bit dismissive of these types of collectible NFTs, but having looked more into BAYC, Bored Ape Yacht Club for short, I have now developed a real soft spot for it. So in this video, I want to show you how you can actually make some money with these, plus how they could generate even more revenue for you by holding them for the long run as the roadmap for these is developed and more utilities produced. So if you enjoy the content in today's video, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Also check my Patreon link down below for more content and to join our own private community. So here we have the clubhouse of the Bored Apes, a bit of a dive bar theme here, but this all fits in nicely with the designs behind this project. So owning your own ape gives you entry and membership to this exclusive club. Let's enter the site here and take a little look into the actual bar where we can see all the funky artwork and designs displayed. So what happened with these guys and how were they created? So right at the end of April, this NFT drop came out. So BAYC is a collection of 10,000 Bored Ape NFTs. They're unique digital collectibles living on the Ethereum blockchain. Your Bored Ape doubles as your Yacht Club membership card and grants access to member-only benefits, the first of which is access to the bathroom. Future areas and perks can be unlocked by the community through roadmap activation. So this all kicked off via a minting process. You would come to the website, you would commit 0.08 Ethereum, you would not be able to see the actual ape that you were minting, and so everyone was on an equal playing field. This was a fair distribution, you couldn't see what you were getting, you were just committing the same funds as everybody else, and then upon release you were shown the ape that you had just minted. So there was a bit of a slow start at the beginning, but once the images were starting to be released, these sold out very, very quickly. So the basic stats, there were 10,000 of these created. They are each unique. It was through a fair launch. You get ownership of the commercial usage of your NFT. The first utility was to grant you access to the bathroom. So you connect your MetaMask to the website and then you could enter the bathroom and scribble on the graffiti board. And becoming a member also gets you additional benefits as per the roadmap. The specific highlights that I've pulled up here. So upon the full release and sale of all of these apes, they were working through these different items. So at 40% sold, the Bored Ape Yacht Club would have its own YouTube channel with the Bored Ape Yacht Club lo-fi radio station. This one is already live. At 60%, they would set in motion the membership-only merch store. They've already had one drop of the clothing line. At 90%, they would initiate a Bored Ape liquidity pool. And at 100% here, the Mutant Ape, the NFT breeding arcade machine gets fixed. So there will be breeding of these NFTs as well, similar to what you may see with Axie Infinity, where you can actually breed your Axies to create new ones. So here we have the Bored Apes. These are all the designs. They all have different traits, different styles, different themes behind them. And I think that in contrast to other NFTs, where you maybe have slightly quirky designs, but nothing that you can really identify with, the different expressions, the outfits, and the look of these different apes means that you as an individual can identify with them. You could maybe look for one that you think is familiar to yourself and maybe looks like you even. And this is what really engages people with these specific NFTs. The artwork is also super impressive. And obviously the name to ape reminds you of aping into shitcoins. So you can understand why this collection in particular has done very well. This is off the back of, say, CryptoPunks, the first and the original of these NFT collectibles that reached huge valuations. Since then, we've not had any major successes. You could argue Hashmasks was one, but I think the Bored Ape Yacht Club is actually creating a new trend that is now being duplicated and copied by others. If you go onto OpenSea, there's a lot of these like avatar style NFTs for sale now, trying to piggyback off the success of the Bored Apes. But what makes these special in particular is the community behind it. There's a huge community on Twitter, on Discord. If you want to jump into any of those, you will see firsthand exactly how pumped people are to get their first ape, and then join the club. And when you've got that membership, you've got entry into a variety of different worlds that we're going to see in today's video. So you may have bought a Bored Ape for 0.08 Ethereum. Maybe you went on to flip it, sell it for some profit, or maybe you've just bought one recently. Well, what are the benefits of doing this? Because particularly right now, they're very expensive. They're around 3 Ethereum as the lowest price, the entry point for the cheapest Bored Ape. Well, with NFTs, the possibilities are pretty much endless. This probably caught a lot of people off guard, but the club welcomed pets. So if you look at this here, they created the Bored Ape Kennel Club. So essentially, if you had an ape, you were given the ability or the right to mint your own dog for your ape. So for a limited time period in June, the Kennel Club went live. And it says the only way to adopt one of these dogs is to claim it by having a Bored Ape in your wallet. So you needed to have ownership of the ape, have it in your Ethereum wallet, and then you could come to the site and mint one of these dogs. No fee involved, you just had to pay the gas. And once a dog had been claimed by an ape, it could not be claimed by another. So we have 10,000 apes, and therefore a maximum of 10,000 of these canines that could have been minted. Additionally to this though, they have this 2.5% royalty fee associated with the secondary market on OpenSea. So for each one of these that was sold on by the minter, 2.5% went to animal charities. They actually raised over 100,000 US dollars through the resale alone. So not only did the owners of the apes mint these dogs, but they were able to profit off that and also distribute some of those funds to animal charities, which is a pretty epic thing to think about, how this has been born out of nothing, but has already achieved quite a lot in a social sense. And if we look at the pups here as well, you may ask, okay, you've paid, say, 3 Ethereum for an ape. We'll call it $6,000. But you've just been able to mint one of these dogs, and they've been going for a floor price now of 0.6 Ethereum. They were trading higher during the last few days, up to 1.2, 1.5 ETH even. So even if you sold at a floor price, you've recouped $1,200 of your investment just by minting the dog and selling it on. So what could come next for this? Maybe they will start to mint some treats for the dogs. Maybe we'll have doggy bones or doggy biscuits, and these will have their own NFTs and their own secondary market. This just gets your mind firing about all the limitless possibilities with these NFTs. So let's jump into OpenSea here and have a look at some of the Bored Apes. They all have very different styles. I've actually ranked these by the buy now. So rather than look at auction ones, I wanted to see what the lowest buy now price is. And essentially this sets the floor for the whole market. So 3.095 ETH. This is the cheapest Bored Ape you can get on a buy now, $6,700. Bear in mind, this was 0.08 ETH 2 months ago, around $200. And it seems like the prices are actually unfazed by the poor market conditions and the chop right now. So I think that this actually represents an opportunity to start maybe flipping some of these NFTs, looking for valuable ones, trying to auction them off at higher prices and actually make money during the sideways crab market. But how do we actually value these? Well, each of them have their own unique properties. We also have down here the offers that are currently in for these to give you an idea of what people are willing to spend on them. And if you go down further, you can see the previous sale price for this specific NFT. So all the transaction history clearly available as this is on the blockchain. But if you pop open properties tab here, you can see the various properties that this one has. So it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 traits in total, and each trait has a percentage attached to it for how rare it is. So out of 10,000 apes, only 3% actually have the sailor shirt here. And if you wanted to specifically grab yourself an ape with a sailor shirt, you can just click on that tab and find others with that trait. So all the sailor shirt apes are now visible, and we can just scroll through these and find ones that look particularly cool. I like this one here. He's got the Bored Ape baseball cap, plus he's smoking a pipe, and he's got leopard skin. So this one's going to be a rare one. Bidding is over 3 ETH right now, previously sold for 10 Ethereum. So this one definitely is a more expensive one. And some of these properties are more unique. So 1% have the unshaven trait, only 4% have the cheetah trait, 2% have the BAYC black hat, 3% have the shirt, 5% have wide eyes, and 12% have the new punk blue as the background. So you can see this kind of shapes up as an almost top trumps feel to it, and you can analyze the different attributes for these and see what kind of valuations the apes with those traits have. And there's a couple of websites here where you can actually analyze these things. So this one's called NFT EXP, and you can run through the different traits. So you could look through what's the number of traits that each ape may have. So there's either 4 traits, 7 traits, 5 traits, or 6 traits attached to each of them. You can look at their background, the type of clothes they've got, their earring, the headwear, the eye, the fur, all these different things. So let's pull up the various mouths. We have the unshaven pizza, we have the bored pizza, we have a kazoo, diamond grilled teeth, party horns, gold grills, the multicolored mouth, and even the cigar. So all these different traits, 10,000 apes, all of them got unique characteristics and looks about them. So from this website, you can kind of see which traits are most rare and how this equates to value for the particular apes. But we've also got a second website here called Rarity Tools, where you can actually pull up different apes and see their overall score as per this website. So the higher the score, the more rare the ape. And you can also see the floor price for a particular trait associated to your ape. So for example, this one's got the DMT fur here, and this puts it at a floor price of around 5 Ethereum. But it's also got a very rare mouthpiece here with the bored dagger that has a floor price of 12.9 ETH. So with all this granular information and these ratings and these pricings, you can see how there's a real economy behind this and how you can start to price in these different apes and start to maybe flip them and trade them. I've seen many successful people on here flipping them in just a few days time and making gains of 1 to even 10 Ethereum at a time. And who doesn't want to be making money during the crab market? Look at this for an example here. Some of these really rare looking apes, the ones with the different color skins, the very rare features and traits, have been going for huge prices, 42, 50, 58 Ethereum. And this one on screen here, the bubblegum chewing ape, actually went for 55 Ethereum in total. And that was 1 month after it was sold or purchased for just 1 Ethereum. So someone made a markup of 54 ETH in 1 month for flipping this ape alone. So do I not only like the look of these apes, I kind of want to own one. I think they've really got a lot of character behind them, but you can see that there's big money to also be made. And I think what adds additional value to these is the fact that they're getting real social acceptance. People are putting them up as their profile pictures on Twitter. You're seeing a lot of celebrities actually starting to endorse these. The likes of Mark Cuban actually does own one. Gary Vee was in the actual Discord chat posting his ape. And we have NBA players who have also jumped in and bought their own apes. Rookie of the Year, LaMelo Ball has bought one. Tyrese Halliburton has also got one, and Josh Hart here posting on Twitter with his ape with the kazoo. And these guys have tremendous social reach. This guy Josh Hart has almost 500,000 Twitter followers. And clearly this is a crossover now where you're seeing sports stars and NFTs go hand in hand. And I really think this is going to spark this market to just continue to move higher and higher. I do believe we will go through bear periods where you may see the floor price of some of these start to wane after we have periods of higher social interactions and a bit of, promotion from these kind of celebrity figures. And maybe once that dies down, the prices will start to fall again. But I think the long-term effect here is that these are limited in supply. They're going to have additional utilities added to them, and there's now liquid markets to trade them. So I do believe the price of these long term can continue to rise and rise and rise. And if CryptoPunks was, say, the gold or the Bitcoin equivalent, these Bored Ape Yacht Clubs seem to be the silver or the Ethereum, if you will. So with these NFTs, they're on the Ethereum blockchain. They have tremendous use cases. You can put them into anything, and you can put them specifically into the metaverse, and that's what's going on right now. So over on Decentraland, we're excited to announce that Bored Ape Yacht Club is going to have a special hangout. And no, it's not going to be a carbon copy of the clubhouse. So it actually looks like the Ozark paddle steamer casino here, and this is going to be live on Decentraland. So if you've got your ape, you can enter into this and go and see what it looks like over on the metaverse. So this is pretty intense and is only going to grow that community feel, and it's going to cause more FOMO, because even I'm sitting here thinking I want to have an ape and I want to go and see what this looks like aboard the paddle steamer. We're also seeing Sandbox start to integrate the apes as well. This will allow all token holders to appear as their ape in the Sandbox game. So 2 big metaverse announcements there. We've also got another merch drop coming, exclusive for members. So if you want to own a t-shirt or a hoodie from BAYC, you need to own an ape. And the mutant ape breeding is now being worked on. So almost full-time by some of the team. They say they're about 1/3 of the way done. And so if you're able to breed your ape with another ape, and then create a derivative like a junior ape or something, of course, that's going to have a secondary market attached to it as well. So there seems to be more and more ways that you can continue to monetize these as time goes on. And they're going to bring out a future roadmap as well. I would highly suggest jumping into their Discord if you're interested in any of these bored apes. You can also see people selling and asking to buy them as well in here. So you may be able to do some stuff OTC. But one of the most attractive benefits that I've actually seen is this, the exclusive commercial usage of your bored ape. So if you own the NFT, you and you alone have the intellectual property for that ape. This means you can monetize it in any way that you see fit, such as creating your own merch for it, or you could create derivatives of it. I've seen this being mentioned recently. Say you want to spawn 10 derivatives of your ape. So you take your ape, then you can put it into 10 different poses and sell those on a secondary market. Or maybe it will get a sponsorship deal somehow. Maybe someone wants to have your ape in a video game or maybe on a music video. The possibilities really are endless with it. And the fact that we're moving towards these virtual worlds in the metaverse, I think you just can't exclude the potential for great future revenue to be extracted from these NFT collectibles that do really well. This isn't going to be like for every single NFT collection that comes out, but Bored Apes are taking on a life of their own. They seem to be growing really quickly. They're getting social acceptance. You got celebrities backing them. And if these are going to be the next big thing, the next big crypto punks, and continue to develop, I think the possibilities are just endless. And this really just opened my mind up to the world of NFTs and to these digital collectibles and what can be done with them. And at this point, these are getting quite expensive. They're over like 3 ETH as a floor price right now. I brought this one to the channel yesterday over on NFT20, where you can actually pool them and get BAYC20 tokens in return. This means there's more liquidity for these. And it also means that if you want to just buy up some of the BAYC tokens, you don't have to buy 100, which would give you the right to own one of the apes. But maybe you can't afford that. But maybe you can afford to own 10% of one, and that would cost you 0.3 ETH. This allows you to do that and own a stake in this burgeoning economy. So during a time where we have Jay-Z with his Twitter avatar as a crypto punk, we've got NBA players and the rookie of the season actually buying up Bored Apes. This is a real big moment for the NFT space as a whole, and I can see this going mainstream a lot quicker than people think. So your question is, would you actually buy one of these? And do you see the value behind owning one of these for the long run, with the potential to monetize this in various ways that we may not even know the full extent of right now? For me, before I actually fell down this rabbit hole, I thought this was all very high risk. But once I looked into it further, I understood that having the IP is probably going to give you access to monetize the ape and claw back your investment pretty quickly. So I hope you enjoyed the video today, looking at these digital collectibles and hopefully opening your mind up to the various possibilities that are out there. If you're new, make sure you subscribe, check out my Patreon and link down below, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.